Really? I have the sun setting on too, and it looks like I'm Casper the Friendly Ghost. We're gonna go get a sandwich, and some fries, probably. I don't know, like, I need to eat lunch. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some food, sit in a parking lot, and then we're gonna have a really fun chat today. So, I'll see you guys when I'm there. Bye, this angle's so bad, but I'm in the drive-thru. I'm about to order. I'm at McDonald's, by the way. Did y'all know McChickens were only $1? Because I didn't. That makes me wonder what they're putting in that chicken. Thank you. Y'all, what did they put in this McChicken? Because it's only $1. That doesn't seem right. Something's off. Oh, that's not too bad. It's just overexposed again. My camera has been having such... That was a mess, but hi guys. I'm coming at you guys today with a very fun video. I'm very excited to make this video because it's kind of like along the lines of the videos I've been wanting to make for a while. It's pretty good. Today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 10 phrases that you may have not known were actually body shaming. For some reason, I've had it in my head for a while that, like, if I make body positivity videos, no one's gonna wanna watch them. But at this point, I don't care. These are the kind of videos I wanna make, so I'm going to make them. And I really hope you guys can learn something from them because a lot of the phrases that I'm gonna talk about in this videos might actually surprise you. And that's gonna lead me to the disclaimer, which is where I wanna say, most of these phrases I've said. I'm not saying if you've said these phrases, you're a bad person. I'm saying these phrases have just been normalized in our society. Like, there's a reason we say them and don't think about it. It's because we don't think it's harmful to anybody. But over time, people have learned that they actually are really harmful, and people are becoming more open about talking about that. And so if you hear any of these and you're like, I've said that before, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, this is just a learning experience for all of us. This is a safe environment, you guys. Okay, with that being said, I wrote them all down the other day, so I've come prepared. Let's get into it. Phrase number 1 is, oh my god, you look so good. Have you been working out? Now, this phrase is so common, and I guarantee you most people who say it have... Bye. There's like a car speed racing in this parking lot. I guarantee you most people who say this don't have malicious intent. But here's the thing, when you say something like that where you equate looking really good to working out, it kind of perpetuates the idea that you have to work out to look good. At the end of the day, working out isn't necessarily always something you do to change your physical appearance. A lot of the time it's to change your mental state, just to have something to do. And so I feel like when someone tells you like, oh, you look so good, like you must be working out, it honestly can feel really sucky. Even if like you have been working out and you've been working really hard, like it just doesn't always feel the greatest because it makes you think that you didn't look good before and now you look good because you're losing weight maybe. Phrase number 2 is, ugh, I look so fat right now. This one is really hurtful, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you a little story, a little background. All my friends weighed a lot less than I did growing up. I didn't really look like most of my friends, and that was hard for me because they all kind of looked the same, like body type wise, and I wasn't like that. My body wasn't built like that, and I knew that I weighed a lot more than my friends did. You know, like when you'd go to the water park and they'd be like, oh, the heavier person goes in the back. Let's just say I never had an experience where it was like, oh, do you think I am? Do you think you're heavier? No, it was like, okay guys, I'll go in the back. There was never any question over that. But a lot of times growing up, I would be around certain friends who would say, ugh, I look so fat right now. Here's the thing. First of all, saying fat as a negative thing can be really harmful to people because, you know, the word fat has kind of been reclaimed as people saying, you know, I am fat and like I'm proud to be who I am and I'm comfortable in my own skin. The worst part about hearing someone say this who's obviously bigger than you are, I meant smaller. I meant like when someone says that and you obviously weigh more than they do, it hurts to hear that. Yeah, that's what I meant. Is that they're saying it like a negative thing, like, oh, I look so fat right now, as in, oh, I look so bad right now, and you know that you weigh more than them. So if they're calling themselves that, what does that make you? So I would always feel like, wow, they're so disappointed to look the way they do, but I weigh more than that, so what does that make me in their eyes? Because they're saying fat as a negative thing, and I know I weigh more than they do, so what are they trying to tell me? And again, no one ever was trying to say anything about my body. In the moment, people were just upset with themselves and just kind of trying to put themselves down. But it's just important to take a step back in those moments and think, how are my words affecting other people right now? Okay, the third phrase that I have is very similar to the last one, but it's, ugh, I feel so fat right now. This is very similar to the other one in terms of like just making the word fat a really negative thing. Like, oh, I hate how I feel right now. I feel so fat. A better alternative to that would just be saying, I feel kind of gross right now. I'm really full. You know, something like that, because saying you feel fat is like saying feeling fat is a horrible thing. And then everyone who is fat fat or considers themselves to be fat, that's gonna be really harmful to them. So that's just a phrase that everyone should just try to avoid. Number 4 is very similar to the first phrase I have. Oh my god, have you lost weight? Or you look so good, have you lost weight? These two are actually kind of different because the first one could be taken in a negative or positive way. Have you lost weight? Or oh my god, have you lost weight? You know, it could go either way. Both ways are something I would avoid ever asking somebody. First of all, someone could be struggling with an eating disorder, and losing weight could be something that they're not really proud of in the moment, and it's something that they're really struggling with. So when you point it out like, oh, have you lost weight? Especially if you're pointing it out like, oh my god, like you've lost weight, that can be really harmful to people because it just shows that people think losing weight is a super positive thing when in reality it's not always like that. It can be a really tough situation for some people, and so that's just a question in general I avoid ever asking somebody. Phrase number 5 is a very common one, especially on TikTok, and I hate it. I hate it. And that is, I just want to be skinny, or oh my god, I would do anything to be skinny. Now for this one, again, I want to remind you, it's normal to think these things. Like, you can't always control your thoughts, but that's a negative thought, right? That's not a good thing to think. And again, when you hear people say, oh my god, I just want to be skinny, it just perpetuates the idea that skinny is how you should be. Like, the end goal is to be skinny. I've seen many TikToks of people saying, I know I would be happy if I was skinny. Like, or I got 99 problems, but being skinny would fix 100 of them. I saw one of those the other day. Literally, to show you guys that I'm not lying, here's the exact TikTok I saw. It has 190,900 likes, and the caption on it is, being skinny equals happy. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. And I went to the comments because I thought a lot of people would be saying, you know, please don't think like this, stuff like that. And all the comments were like, same, me too, me too. And everyone was like, people literally can't get mad at this. Like, I know it would make me happier. Me reading those, that's really hard for me. I guess I can't really speak for other people, but as I was reading through those, it made me really upset because I'm finally at a point in my life where I've accepted the fact that I'm never gonna be skinny, and I don't need to be comfortable in my own body, and I don't need to think of myself as beautiful or pretty, because your body doesn't have to look a certain way for you to be happy. But then I see this TikTok and I read all the comments, and it's like, makes me rethink things. It makes me think like, do I need to be skinny to be happy? Like, oh, me, like I start to just have these intrusive thoughts that I don't want to have. And if I'm having those, I imagine a lot of other people probably are having the same thoughts too. Self-love is really, really hard. I'm still working on it. It's something I have to work on every day because it doesn't come naturally to me at all. But I've come so far, and when I see something like that, it sets me back a little bit. It puts me back in that mindset I used to have that was so toxic. So again, you may think these things and you may believe them to be true, but putting it on social media or saying it to other people can be really harmful for people who've worked very hard to come to the point where they are now. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it did. Number 6, I need to start working out so I can have a bikini body in the summer. This one kills me. This one gets to me every year. I've seen these TikToks, like these insane TikToks that are just perpetuating the idea that your body has to look a certain way in the summer if you want to be able to wear a bikini. It sucks. No one should think like that. But again, I'm at the point where I love how my body looks most of the time. You know, I have rough days, but like this past summer, I was able to wear a bikini and feel great about it. And then I see something like that, and I'm like, again, it sets me back. And so I imagine it sets other people back as well. The whole idea also of a bikini body is something that we just need to get rid of. That needs to end. A bikini body is your body in a bikini. There is no such thing as a bikini body. No one made, that's not a rule. No one made that rule, guys. It's not against the law. You can wear a bikini whenever you want to. So honestly, anytime someone says bikini body and is meaning it and like you have a flat stomach, abs, like, and you look really like hourglass figure, you know, something like that. Every time someone says that, it irritates me. And I'm not even mad at the people saying it. I'm just mad that it's a thing. I'm just mad that society has made that such a big deal. Number 7, are you really gonna eat all that? I hate this one too. I hate it. You are the only one who knows where your body's at in the moment. You're the only one who knows what you're craving, when you're full, when you're nourished. Like, you're the only one who can sense that. I've struggled with eating my whole life. I've struggled with binge eating, and then I've also struggled with not wanting to eat because I wanted to lose weight. But there's always been times where I finally feel really, really good about where I am in terms of my mindset around eating. So it's really hard when I'm in that mindset and I get my plate of food and I'm like, this is a great portion for me, and I'm just gonna eat until I feel nourished. And then someone says, are you gonna eat all that? Are you really gonna go back for seconds? Food is such a taboo thing at this point, and it sucks that it has to be that way, but it is. And you just really have to be careful about what you say about people's eating habits, because at the end of the day, you don't know how they're feeling. You don't know how they're thinking about this. Also, someone's gonna say something about like, well, I'm just concerned for them. I'm concerned for their health. They know what they're eating. time. Like, I'm sitting here eating fries right now, okay? Someone comes up to me and they're like, you sure you want to eat those fries? Like, those are really bad for you. Am I gonna react to like option A or option B? Here's option A. These are bad for you? Wait. McDonald's fries aren't good for you? No way, I had no idea. I'm so glad you told me because I'm never gonna eat these again. I'm gonna throw the rest of them away because I'm not gonna eat this. I'm not gonna do that to my body. I'm not gonna eat these again. Or is it gonna be option B? Yeah, I know they're not good for me. I was just craving them. I can eat what I'm craving if I want to. I know what I'm eating. I know they're not necessarily good for me. Like, I'm not eating a salad right now. That wasn't my intention. I didn't come here to eat healthy food. I just came here to get a chicken sandwich and some fries. Yeah, my reaction would be option B if you didn't already get that. Phrase number 8. This is one that has messed me up in the past. And it's, oh, I never eat breakfast. Oh my God. I never eat breakfast. Really? When I was in middle school, I used to get to school. For some reason, that was always a topic of conversation. Some person would be like, oh yeah, I don't eat breakfast. Like, yeah, I don't eat breakfast. Yeah, I'm like kind of hungry right now because like I don't eat breakfast. So I'm just waiting till lunch because I don't eat breakfast. Stop trying to flex not eating breakfast. First of all, a lot of people have trouble getting themselves to eat breakfast. So maybe don't act like it's the best thing in the world when a lot of people are struggling with that. Second, that used to confuse me because I would get to school after eating a bowl of cereal or a piece of toast or something like that. And people would be like, I don't eat breakfast. And everyone would be like, oh yeah, me either. Like, I don't eat breakfast. And then it would make me feel crazy for eating breakfast. I felt crazy for eating breakfast. We don't need to glamorize skipping breakfast. That's so unnecessary. That's so unnecessary. The 9th phrase. I don't know if I want to get pregnant. Like, I'm low-key scared to get pregnant because I don't want to have stretch marks. Now, this one might seem random. This one might seem kind of obscure. Like, when have you ever heard that, Cora? I've heard it many times, actually. Surprisingly, I've heard it many times. I'm not talking about people who are trying to conceive a kid. I'm talking about like middle school or high school students being like, I don't know if I want babies when I'm older. Like, I might adopt because like I don't want to get stretch marks. You know, something like that. I have stretch marks. I have the stretch marks on my thighs, my inner thighs. Like, I've got stretch marks, okay? And then to hear people be like, wow, I literally wouldn't get pregnant just so I don't have to get stretch marks. Like, it's the scariest thing in the world. Like, stretch marks are like, I don't want stretch marks. Get away from me. Get away from me. And then it just makes you feel bad about yourself because I'm like, I have stretch marks. Like, what? I'm not gonna go too in depth on this comment because you can see how this is just offensive, and just don't say this. The last phrase is one that people used to tell me all the time, and that phrase is, no, oh my God, you're not fat, you're beautiful. This is another one of those phrases that I don't think people are trying to be mean to you, okay? I've had body issues all my life, but in middle school it was especially bad, and every time I would talk to my friends about it or say, hey, can I just talk to you guys, I'd just be complaining about my weight, and probably somewhere in there I was calling myself fat. Again, I've said some of these phrases, and obviously before I said one of the phrases is, I look so fat right now, which is something I thought to myself a lot. But I would be feeling so bad about my body, and somebody would tell me, you're not fat, you're beautiful. Now, I think you guys know where this is going. I think you can see kind of how this statement can be taken the wrong way. Saying you're not fat, you're beautiful is saying you can only be one or the other. So that always annoyed me because when I was younger, I genuinely thought of myself as fat. Like, that's how I categorized myself, and that wasn't gonna change. Like, no one was gonna change my opinion. You know, I didn't know what I want, but looking back, like, I think I wanted people to tell me that I was just beautiful the way I was. You know, I just wanted people to tell me that how I look is pretty. Like, I just wanted people to tell me I looked good how I was. But people would always say, Cora, you're not fat, you're beautiful. All the time. And again, like, my stance on like how I thought of myself, that wasn't gonna change. So I still thought of myself as fat. So obviously I'm not gonna believe the beautiful part because I wasn't budging on the other part. I wanted them to tell me I was fat and beautiful. They made it just beautiful, but I wasn't gonna budge on the fact that I thought that I was fat. And so you see how this is bad? Yeah. And with that being said, you guys, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you are still here, I want to focus on body positivity more on my channel. I think that's really what I want to focus my channel around. That's always what I've wanted to focus my channel around. So I hope you guys will stick around with me as I navigate this sort of switch to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.